on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being a total disaster and 10 a high-performance rock star, can you answer, how good are you at listening to people? Or how about this one? How good are you at putting yourself in other people's shoes? Can you point out the exact last date that you helped a person in need, not because it was your obligation, but because you felt you should? If you scored under 7 for one of those questions, you're probably like most of the population that suffers from a lack of empathy, as former President Obama has pointed out several times. We are First Choice Family Services, and in this video, we will be helping with these things. Treating people you care about the way they wish you would treat them. Understanding the needs of people around you. Having a clear vision of the perception you create with your words and your actions. Doing these things by understanding what empathy is and why all of us should be more empathetic.
And yet we forget that. There's a lot of talk in this country about the federal deficit, but if we hope to meet the moral test of our times, if we hope to eradicate child poverty or AIDS or joblessness or homelessness or any of the other issues that were chronicled before I came on stage, then I think that we're going to have to talk more about the empathy deficit, the ability to put ourselves in somebody else's shoes, to see the world through somebody else's eyes.
What's empathy? According to verywellmind.com, empathy is the ability to emotionally understand what other people feel, to see things from their perspective, and imagine yourself in their place. Essentially, it's putting yourself in someone else's shoes and feeling what they must be feeling. When you see another person suffering, you might be able to instantly envision yourself in the other person's place and feel sympathy for what they're going through.
An empathy deficit. When we start thinking like this, when we choose to broaden the ambit of our concern and empathize with the plight of others, whether they are close friends or distant strangers, it becomes harder not to act. It becomes harder not to help.
Why we need to be more empathetic. People are generally pretty tuned into their feelings and emotions. However, getting into someone else's head or emotions can be a bit more complicated, as you probably imagine. The ability to feel empathy allows people to walk a mile in another's shoes, so to speak. It permits people to understand the emotions that others are feeling. But is that a big deal?
Whatever success I have achieved, whatever positions of leadership I have held, have depended less on Ivy League degrees or SAT scores or GPAs, and have instead been due to that sense of connection and empathy, the special obligation I felt as a black man like you to help those who need it most, people who didn't have the opportunities that I had, because there but for the grace of God go I. I might have been in their shoes. I might have been in prison. I might have been unemployed. I might not have been able to support a family, and that motivates me.
5 useful tips for being more empathetic. As you see, empathy is a super important skill for us to develop. Fortunately, it's a skill that you can learn and strengthen over time. If you would like to build your empathy skills, there are a few things you can do. Work on listening to people without interrupting. Pay attention to body language and other types of nonverbal communication. Try to understand people even when you disagree with them. Ask people questions to learn more about them and their lives. Imagine yourself in another person's shoes. Conclusion. As DSPs, empathy is one of the biggest challenges and one of the skills we practice and improve every day. Literally, our mission is to put ourselves in other people's shoes. So, if developing your empathy muscle is something you might be interested in, please notice that our doors are always open to welcome you. I hope this video has helped you. And remember that as Barack Obama said, empathy is a character quality that can change the world. Get services. If you have a developmentally disabled family member who needs support, please click below or in the description to get uncompromised DSP services. Become one of our staff. Remember that the First Choice Family Services doors are always open for results-driven professionals. Feel free to show your support to the developmentally disabled community by donating or participating in our charity and campus ambassadors programs. Get involved. Be social. Finally, get in touch with us through our social media channels to be updated on the news in the DSP industry and the developmentally disabled community. And if If you like this video, please share it with your friends in need of a job after you subscribe. Thanks very much for watching. And remember, First Choice Family Services is your information resource for the DSP industry. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you can stay connected.